right, good morning everybody. How are you all doing today on day 2? Good, huh? Good is great. Good is great. Before we start, can I have a quick show of hands? Who here is familiar with the NRF, or the National Retail Federation? Very few of you. Okay, less than 10 people. So let me start off by explaining a little bit about the National Retail Federation. It is the largest retail federation in the United States, representing 58 million service workers and thousands of businesses. And for the last 113 years, they've been hosting Retail's Big Show in the United States. In 2024, they decided they wanted to expand out into the Asia Pacific region, and that's where we have the National Retail Federation, Retail's Big Show Asia Pacific, right? And I'm here on behalf of Comexposium Asia Pacific, and we are the ones that are in charge of organizing and spreading the good word of NRF APAC. So my name, as you can see here, don't be fooled, this was taken 6 years ago when I was much younger and much slimmer. My name is Rafie, and I'm the Content Marketing Manager for Comexposium Asia Pacific. So what we're going to do today is I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about NRF APAC, and we're going to go through the conference topics that we're going to cover, and hopefully that piques your interest so that you can come and join us in Singapore from the 3rd to the 5th of June 2025. Okay, it's going to be over 3 days at Marina Bay Sands. We're expected to have 10,000 attendees, and we're going to have 300 exhibitors. And of course, all of you are cordially invited. The more, the merrier, as they say. So let's quickly dive into it, because I know I don't have a lot of time here. These are the conference topics that we'll be talking about at this year's NRF APAC. Now, these topics are derived from over 30 to 35 interviews with our advisory board members from across the Asia Pacific region, from Tokyo all the way down to Auckland, all the way to Mumbai. And these are the topics that we know, that our advisory board members know, will be driving retail in 2025 and beyond. So I'm going to go quickly through all of them, right, to set the context so that you understand where we're coming from when it comes to discussing these topics. Okay. Oh. Right, the first one, the next generation of shoppers, Gen Z. Who are Gen Z? What do they want? How do we get to them? So the thing is that this is a generation of shoppers that are very good at curating their digital experiences, their online experiences, and their shopping experiences. So what we plan on doing in this conference is to actually examine how their habits differ from other demographics and how they are similar, so that we can then find a way in order to reach, as retailers, to be able to reach them and to, engender their loyalty to our products and our services. Managing talent and well-being. With the advent of the hybrid consumer, there is now the age of the new age employee, right? This presents unique challenges in terms of hiring, training, and retention, and it gives us challenges when we look at expanding or scaling big. Because employees nowadays, they are more than happy to leave their workplaces if they don't feel that they're being taken care of, if they're not getting enough upskilling, if they're not being challenged enough. So how can retailers meet the challenges of having to deal with these new age employees? Bit of a lag there. Topic number 3, changing consumer tastes. Now, Asia Pacific region is going to see an explosion in the middle class over the next 10 years. The middle class is going to grow by about 3.4 billion people, by 2030 and beyond. This then brings new challenges to retailers, because this growing middle class, they have changing tastes, they have changing aspirations. There'll be increased demand for freshness, for variety, for availability. However, this is buttressed up against the geopolitical reality that we have. We've seen with the conflicts that are happening in the Middle East, with what happened in Ukraine, creating a worldwide wheat shortage, as well as some of the things that are happening in China, creating supply chain issues for everybody around the world. So we hope to be able to examine these topics in further detail, at NRF APAC 2025. Destination retail: malls, food, entertainment, and formats. So after the post-COVID times, we've seen a resurgence of attendance in malls, of people, more footfall in these unique centers of entertainment and retail. And we want to examine that, the unique Asian mall experience, and how these entertainment and retail hubs have managed to become to have so much more footfall in the current times. This is something that we want to learn insights. We want to be able to understand what drives this, and how these lessons can then be applied to other retail sectors. Okay. Next topic, sustainability and circular economy, globalizing ESG standards. We understand that climate change is an existential threat, an existential crisis for humanity. We all agree that we need to go green to some degree, but how? How do we actually do that? Let's examine the challenges for governments and retailers and companies in this new environment as we deal with consumers who are savvier than ever when it comes to their purchasing decisions, and how companies can meet this change and this threat. Next one, crossing cultures and borders. Now, this is my first time in India, and it's my first time understanding that India is this incredible multi-ethnic, multicultural society, with multiple languages everywhere. And this, to me, is a microcosm of what is happening in the wider APAC region as well, where crossing over from one region or one market to another doesn't just mean opening up a store in a new city, but it also means going into a new cultural, legal, and linguistic context, right? So this of course, poses its own challenges. And how do then retailers meet this? What is the role of, say, cross-border marketplaces in this particular endeavor for companies to succeed in more markets? This one, the Chinese wave. So what happens here is that we understand that, that China is everywhere, right? They manufacture 60% of the world's goods, and they have basically flooded every single market around the world, not just the Asia Pacific region, with cheap goods, and cheap logistics. It sometimes costs less to ship something from Manila to Mindanao than it does to ship something from Shenzhen to Singapore. So how can companies compete in this new era where the Chinese retail wave is so prevalent, and is creating so much competition for local retailers and entities? Data, the foundation of scaling big. So one of the most startling statistics that we discovered in our advisory board discussions is that 80% of companies in Asia Pacific are not ready to embrace data organization. They have siloed verticals, they have legacy systems, so that their house is not in order. So what must be done for these companies to modernize, to have their data in a compatible format for potential applications in machine learning, and other ways to optimize their operational efficiency? This is something that we want to examine in further detail at NRF APAC 2025. And speaking of data, the main thing that we want data to be used for is, of course, the application of AI, artificial intelligence. However, AI means different things to different people. For some, it's front-end customization and customer service. For others, it's about back-end optimization, demand forecasting, and inventory management. This then means that AI doesn't actually have a killer app that everybody needs to have at this moment in time. So let's have that discussion at NRF 2025 APAC, where we try to figure out what exactly is AI and how is that going to be a killer app for people in the retail industry moving forward. Creating efficiencies and driving margin in an inflationary world. So as we all know, margins are being squeezed all around the world, and competition is driving down costs, is driving down pricing as well. What does this mean? It means that retailers need to find new revenue streams. They have to reimagine their current real estate, they have to look at their operations and find more efficiency gains. This also means that there is a new frontier, retail media, where companies make use of the existing real estate that they have, be it digital or physical, in order to then sell ad space or to then market to their customers in a different way. So we want to explore what this means. What is the new retail media frontier? Here we go. Addressing the hybrid consumer, the case for investing in new retail and the tech era. So hybrid consumers are consumers that are more than happy shopping in real life, in physical stores, but they are now used to the digital conveniences of what we had in online shopping, right? This means that retail real estate must evolve to cater to this new consumer. So what will the store of tomorrow look like? What will it look like in 2025 and beyond? And what can companies do in order to be ready for this new retail frontier? Delivery revolution. Now, quick commerce. That's something that India is leading the world in. I find it amazing that yesterday I could order a phone charger and it arrived at my hotel in less than 10 minutes. It's something that the rest of the world is very eager to learn about, right? So what can the rest of the world learn from India about what quick commerce is? We will be spotlighting an Indian retailer on stage for this particular session. We want to learn from all of you. What is the best way to bring quick commerce to life in other parts of the world? And last but not least, there's a bit of a typo there. Last but not least, social commerce and direct-to-consumer retail. So social commerce is absolutely flying. India is one of the places that's leading the way with over 4,000 brands launching on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and YouTube, all in the last 12 months. And in Thailand, 1 in 10 people, that's 6 million people in a country of 60 million, considers themselves a social commerce content creator in the social commerce economy. So the question that needs to be asked, is this a phase, or is this something that has changed the retail landscape forever? Join us at NRF 2025 APAC, where we examine this in further detail. So this is a quick overview of the 13 conference topics that we will be discussing at NRF 2025 APAC. And I just want to give you guys a little bit of a taster. I see the big red screen there telling me that my time is up. These are just some of the speakers that we'll have for the event. There are many more on the website. You can check out the website at nrfapacbigshow.com. And just to spotlight as well, our friends in India that will be in attendance at NRF APAC, including our good friend Mr. Kumar Rajagopalan, the CEO of the Retail Association of India, as well as Nandita Sinha, who is the CEO of Myntra, who will also be speaking at NRF 2025 APAC. And as always, we are very proud to be partnered with the Retail Association of India, who have been very good friends with us since the very first iteration of the show in 2024. And we very much look forward to working with all of you here in the future. So I'm going to end by saying that you can get 33% off your NRF 2025 APAC ticket here. Just scan this QR code right now if you would like to do so. Please, everybody scan as many times as possible. It's part of my KPI, so that my bosses will be like, oh, he came here to do some work and not just have fantastic Indian food the whole time. Yeah. If you would like, this presentation, please get in touch with the organizers, RAI. They'll be more than happy to forward this to you. Yes, and that's it. My name is Rafie. I'm the Content Marketing Manager for Comexposium Asia Pacific, and I'm here on behalf of NRF 2025 APAC. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you in Singapore in June 2025. Thank you.